destination. I guess both. And then once the hero reaches the destination, that's when it switches to the other portion of the game, which is completely different and much harder to do. And I am that's going to be for the more advanced class. So for our basics, we're just going to focus on this version, this view, the side view, and uh, the character being able to make this barrier, this cabinet, in which he's able to contain enemies and smack the ball around. It bounces around, acting as like this projectile in which he's able to damage enemies, knock them back, get them away from them. There's a lot of running around, jumping over, a lot of avoiding and dodging while you're uh, um, trying to smack this object and try to control the object, which is just chaotic and fun, and hopefully will lead to just like just fun chaos and whatever that I see in my brain. It's the like I said, I love pinball and I love the unpredictability of it, and then when you're able to finally do get control over the ball and nail those rail shots and stuff like that, and get those modes and the time, and it's just a wonderful feeling, and I think that can be recreated in something in a format that's a little bit different, but still take the elements and make it just as fun. I think it'll translate well here, especially with the second part. But right now, this is just enough to focus on to be a very good beginner. So, yeah, we're just going to try to focus on this portion of the game, which is a pretty interesting game within itself. And once I master this, I know I can master the second part, and I'll have my I'll be once I'll be um, pretty much I'll have made my dream come true. I would have made a game, even if it's not the polished, um, uh, the polished work of art that I see in my brain. Will have finally made something of mine, something that came from my brain and my an idea that is solely mine. I'm able to express myself through my art, and and hopefully people can uh, um, uh, people get it, and if I can bring people joy and fun, that will just that'll fulfill my life. That'll make my heart so that'll make me that'll make life worthwhile if I can do that. Well, if yeah, if this just makes if people have fun with this, this will just be everything. Sorry, I anyway. It's a dream. It's something that I am chasing, and right now it's not the best looking thing ever. I wish I was more talented in these certain things, but I'll find a way. I'll make it work. So that's it. That's the game. Now, let's talk about the hero. Let's talk about you and what you are and what you do. Um, you're playing the son of a uh, if we're talking storyline, I have a bit of one. I want the theme of this game to be about the relationship between fathers and son and the misunderstanding that families have and having expectations and the expectations that um, in the role that kids have with their father and their father has with their sons. And ultimately, this is about a son trying to save his dad from his supervillain nemesis that has finally captured him. And there's twists and turns and all of that, but that's the premise. This is the son of the original Bumper, and his dad finally got snatched off by his greatest villain, by his greatest nemesis, I should say, and it's his journey to try to rescue his estranged father because he does not have a great relationship with him, and we explore those themes. So this is the suit. So first, we'll introduce you to Ball. He talks. He is round and metal because he's like a pinball, but he's really just a magic orb. In the worlds that we travel, magic is spelled a little differently, and yeah, he just has like a crystal ball like floating face. He's very friendly and nice to people who are friendly and nice to him, but being that our hero is annoyed by his father's profession and his crazy outfit, he and Ball are at odds. So they have like a sarcastic rivalry with each other as they're trying to get to know each other and figure out their roles and doing this in this uh, situation that they're thrust into. They gotta figure each other out before they can work together, and as they work together, they find that they have more in common than not, and they turn out to be a pretty good team. And we'll leave it on for there. So Ball lives in like a plunger breastplate. This is a plunger breastplate. Forgive me. The plunger breastplate is kind of like the Iron Man chest plate with the circle. This is where Ball lives. All of the stuff is going to have pinball related item names. So Ball gets shot out here. He pretty much lives here. Is like a pocket dimension where he's not a ball in here, but when he comes out, he comes out like this. He's more like a spectral spirit, but he's able to exist out in the world in this orb-like form. And yeah, it looks like the Iron Man chest plate. I can't draw, so you know, fudge your breastplate. uh, this is the Zoom pantaloons. They make you go fast, and is a must-have to travel in the playfield. That's something that's in the second part of the game, so I'll explain that when we get there. But these are a must-have in order for you to zoom. You need the pantaloons. Here's the Fungo Flipper Bat, the main weapon of the game. Is that and the shield, which uh, uh, have forgotten to draw the shield. How could I do that? It's a shield. It looks like because it's supposed to be the Fungo Bat and the shield. Why did I forget to do Fungo Bat and shield? It's and shield. I even left the space for the oh, Emel, why you forget everything? Oh God. Okay, it's the bat and shield. It's the flipper and like it looks like a bumper. It's a shield. It reflects, and this also has like a force beam thing that really knocks the hell out of the ball and accelerates it into people. So you're giving it mighty whacks and really shooting the ball into people with the flipper. And the bumper allows you to keep the momentum of the ball and just bounce it back and control the direction. So I have to draw the little. Just imagine just like a pinball bumper, but a shield, and I will draw that, and this will be updated. Um, yes, it's so. Come on, man. These are the teleshoes. They're needed for teleportation or like little quick uh, uh, spurts of teleportation back and forth. You'll see that for later. You also need the clone bracer for the second part of the game. As you'll need the build bracer. Well, actually, both all these items are good for both ends of the game. But until I have both pieces together, it's really hard to explain how it works in tangent, especially if you don't see the second part. So I'll explain them a little bit more when we get to the second part of the game because uh, right now we're I'm just showing I laid the foundation, but I'm just showing you how much thought was put into it. Um, I'm not just trying to do like a playful. I want to know, like, I have an idea for a game. I want to do what I can to see how far I can go into actually making it happen. I have the time, so all that bullshit about, oh, you're gonna be putting so much. Yeah, I want to make a game. This is what I want to do. I don't want to fucking do an itch.io fucking thing. If you're like, this is, I made no, this is what I want to do for a living. This is like, I'm trying to, yeah. I will pay every license fee, whatever. I want to make a business, but I need to know how to make a game. So, um, then you have the build bracer. You have the phantom cloak, which allows you to glide, and you can go through things. Uh, you need this in order for ball to shoot past you, or else you'll need to reflect them with your shield. Um, there's only so much energy that the cloak has, so you can be vulnerable and ball can hurt you. But if your cloak is powered properly, he can just pass right through you without hurting you, and you can just use that to your advantage. Then there's the suit itself. Um, that is the suit itself is also called the Razzle Dazzle because that's what it does when it pauses time and builds the backboard and it traps enemies in the cabinet. That's all done with the suit. Like, yeah. Then you have the Yump shocks. I need to find out what Yump stands for, but it allows you to jump high, jump twice, and maybe even jump thrice. Uh, Then you have the video mode goggles. Any pinball enthusiast will know the importance of video mode and the throwback to it. But if you are to find secrets and access like crazy amount of points in order to maximize your uh, upgrades, yeah, you gotta access video mode, and you need the goggles to do that. Then lastly is the resize ring. It's not a finger ring. It's like a ring that you utilize to that you give to ball to make them bigger. So you can make them bigger and smaller um, um, to in order to for you to do what he needs to do in order to progress. We'll talk about that also later on in the second part of things. So yeah, that's pretty much all the ideas that I have in my entirety. So I need to grow everything that you see here, and then when I master this and I go into the second part, I can connect how all of these items work with both parts, and then explain the game in its entirety. But um, right now, pieces are important, and yeah, this idea, especially in the little chunks that we're figuring things out, I think is absolutely doable. So it's just this, work on this. Once I master this, figure this out. Just being able to have enemies chase you around while you dodge them, and then I'll figure out, how to build a barrier, and then I'll figure out. Then we add the attack mechanic, and that's pretty much it. That's doable. That's Pong, you know, Pong slash pinball. It's absolutely doable, and then I can grow from there. But it's definitely a doable roadmap. I am going to send this to my partners, which I am terrified to do, but um, especially being that this kind of isn't a company thing. This is just a project that I'm doing to learn. So this is mainly just my uh, this is more in line of a school project than anything. If it turns into a product, I will see how I handle it from there. But for right now, like this is one of the this is like a fresh idea that I have. I have no idea if it works. Um, but so far, it is the one that is the easiest to explain. Especially when I get to the second part, that would also be easy. But the second one is going to require much more skill, higher skill set, which I can grow into, especially with this. And yeah, once I master that, I have a video game. and then I can ask upon other talents for help and see about paying and rewarding them correctly, and then we can build a crowdsource from there. That's the plan. But ultimately, yeah, this is the vision that I have, and this is what I plan on making happen. If it doesn't turn out to be exactly, sorry, I have the drawings right here, and I'm looking. Maybe I should just. I'll draw the bumper shield later, because I have to probably erase.